Hello and welcome back to a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, where last time we played through the Mushroom Cup on 150cc, and today we'll be playing through the Flower Cup on 150cc, and we're going to be using Dry Bones. And we didn't unlock any new car parts or anything of the sort last time, so we're just going to go ahead and use we're going to use the Prancer, because why not? And we'll use it along with the off-road tires and the standard Super Glider here at the stats. And once again, we're going to make sure that Smart Steering and Auto Acceleration are indeed disabled. And so without further ado, let's dive into the Flower Cup on 150cc. Let's do this. By the way, I'm gonna have to start talking either a lot faster or in a lot less depth, because as the CC goes up, so too does the length of the videos go down, because obviously the faster we go, the quicker we complete the courses, and the less time I have to actually talk during the courses. So, you know, any topics I cover from here on, I'm gonna have to talk with a lot less depth and a lot quicker, unless I split them out over the course of several videos. So, we'll see how that goes. But I guess one thing that I can mention, or I'll talk about that I haven't even really addressed at all outside of the intro to every video, is Smart Steering and Auto Acceleration. I always make sure at the beginning of every video to make sure that Smart Steering and Auto Acceleration are indeed disabled, because I want to, you know, demonstrate that, hey, I am in fact holding the controller, I am in fact actually doing the racing, because obviously it'd be pretty easy. Well, I guess not, because if I was just, like, letting Smart Steering and Auto Acceleration do all the work for me, I think it'd be pretty obvious to tell, because I don't think you actually move that fast, and you always, like, I don't think Auto Acceleration actually drifts around corners. I think it just kind of follows the golden line down the center of the road, and I'm pretty sure that you just, like, or actually, I guess not, because I think you go as close to the edge as possible. Actually, you know what? Tell you what we'll do. Next race, I will turn on Smart Steering and Auto Acceleration for the beginning of the race, and we'll see how it behaves, and we'll see. Like, we'll just, because I haven't really turned it on all that much before, so I don't really know. I've never tried to just turn on Auto Acceleration and Smart Steering and just kind of let the car do its thing. So I'm curious to see what will happen if I turn it on, like how, I don't think it'll perform very well. I think what will probably happen is it'll go down the center of the line, it'll go to the very edge of the track, and then it'll, like, it'll hug the wall of the track or the border of the track as it curves around the corner. I don't think it'd be possible to win. Even on 50cc, I don't think it'd be possible to actually win with Smart Steering and Auto Acceleration turned on. I don't think that'd actually be possible. So I think it'd be pretty obvious. Also, I think there's an antenna on the back of the car that shows up if you use Smart Steering. So I think it'd be pretty obvious to tell if I was actually, like, if I was faking it or not. But, you know, I just want to make sure it's all there, just so you all know that I'm not using those things. By the way, I have no problem with you. Like if you prefer to use Smart Steering, I have no problem with that, because, you know, it's an accessibility thing, right? It's like for people who have trouble, you know, going around corners quickly and things like that. You know, it's there as an accessibility feature so that more people can enjoy the game to their leisure, right? I have no problem whatsoever with accessibility features of any kind in games. I'm all for that in every capacity. So, and actually, I guess I'm gonna talk about that next race. There's a thing that I can say that'll probably piss some people off, but I'll say it next race. So yeah, I'll talk about something in this realm of conversation next race. Let's see how this goes. Let's turn on Smart Steering, Auto Acceleration, and go. And let's just see what happens. Okay, it's going pretty fast. And is it gonna hug the wall? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, yeah. You could tell pretty obviously if I was using Smart Steering. I'm pretty sure it's. I mean, he's actually not doing that bad. He's in 5th place. That's better than I thought. I thought he'd just drop to the back of the pack immediately, honestly. Also, that was wow, that was bad. You just ran straight through the crates in the middle of the marketplace there. But honestly, not doing too bad. He's doing pretty okay. I thought this would go a lot worse. But now I think it's time for me to take control again and get us back in the lead if I can. Hopefully I didn't screw myself over for the rest of the race. That'd be really unfortunate. But yeah, as you can see, he didn't drift or anything. He just, like, stayed the course the whole time, so it'd be pretty obvious to tell if I was doing it. But I always want to make sure it's clear that I'm not using either of those things at the beginning of each episode. Anyway, the controversial thing that I was talking about at the end of the last episode, or the end of the last race, is so a topic that goes around the internet a lot is the issue of whether or not Dark Souls should have an easy mode. And I don't play Dark Souls, nor have I played Demon Souls. I mean, I own Demon Souls because the PS5 bundle that I bought it came bundled with Demon Souls, but I never played it, and I don't think I ever will, because it's not a game. I've seen footage, and the gameplay looks incredibly slow and cumbersome, and I don't have any intentions of playing it ever. But I know there's a lot of fans of the game, so just putting that out there. But a lot of people have discussed whether it should have an easy mode, or difficulty options in general. And a lot of people are very adamant about the fact that Dark Souls absolutely should not, under any circumstances, have difficulty options. But the controversial, and that's why I say that this is controversial to say, because it shouldn't be controversial to say, but for some reason it is. I am firmly in the camp that if Dark Souls had difficulty options, it wouldn't impact literally anything, because the base difficulty that you prefer to play on will always be there. It literally does not change anything. Having multiple difficulty options will affect absolutely nothing. Because, for instance, I prefer to play Halo campaigns on Legendary, which is the maximum difficulty option that you can select. That's because I like a challenge. I prefer to challenge myself when I play games. That's why I've always picked the hardest difficulty, with the exception of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. That one I picked the second highest difficulty, because I had it in a while since I played Ratchet & Clank. I didn't want to throw myself into the hardest one, but I did want to still give myself a decent challenge. So, I prefer to give myself a challenge when it comes to playing video games. But not everyone does, some people just prefer to play games for the story, some people just don't. Some people are challenged by lower options. For some people, what one person's normal is another person's hard, right? So, it's different for everybody. So, I see absolutely no problem whatsoever with Dark Souls including a difficulty option. I really don't. Because if I were playing Dark Souls and it had difficulty options and I wanted to play in hard mode, it wouldn't impact me whatsoever if there was an easy mode option right below it, because someone else come along and pick easy mode and have the time of their life and be challenged by it, or even if they aren't challenged by it, they can just enjoy the world and the atmosphere and the story that it has to offer. I will never ever understand people who adamantly believe that Dark Souls would be worse off for including an easy mode option. Because the thing is, if the argument was they should make the base difficulty easier, I can understand that to an extent, because for some games, if what you've really enjoyed out of playing a game has been the challenge and been the learning curve and learning the strategies, learning the tactics, learning the movement and all that, if that's what you really enjoyed and the next entry would be taken away, or even just if the game itself, the base game was updated so that it was made easier, then you might lose that challenge that you've enjoyed so much. So that's a bit of a different matter, but literally just the option of having multiple difficulty options, that doesn't impact it whatsoever. And I'm curious to hear what you guys think. If you believe that Dark Souls should not have an easy mode, I'm curious to hear that. But I am firm with the camp that I don't think including difficulty options would impact it in a negative way whatsoever. Now, I will say it's not a universal thing, by which I mean a game like Portal, for instance, you can't really have difficulty options. You can have accessibility options. For instance, there's an option in the Portal games where it'll, because a main thing in those games is momentum-based puzzles, with a point where you put a portal on the ground, you put a portal on the wall above you, and if you jump into a pit where that portal on the ground is, then the momentum you generate by falling into that portal will carry with you as you come out the other end of the portal and soar out of the portal on the wall across the gap. So that kind of thing. And there's an accessibility option where you can, instead of you having to physically aim your character to go into the portal, it'll automatically shift you in there, things like that. That's obviously, you can do that. But the core, the challenge that is presented with something like Portal is you using your brain to figure things out for yourself. So I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm sure there would be ways to make puzzles easier, but it wouldn't be it's not as straightforward of a process as Dark Souls, where you just adjust some numbers, you adjust the health, you adjust the AI and things like that. You tweak some numbers and then you call it a day. It's not as straightforward and simple of a process as that would be. So, it's not a universal on-off switch that can apply to every game. But by and large, I don't think having difficulty options would be in any way a negative detriment to that whatsoever. But for some reason, there's some people that adamantly think otherwise, and I'll never understand it. In fact, that's the one thing I've heard people say actually, no, I'll save it for the next race, just to, we'll save it for the next race. Some people have the defense that it is like a core part of, like, it's less satisfying if you have an easy mode, to which my response would be everyone's personal satisfaction will change. So like I said earlier, one man's normal is another man's legendary. Like, it's different for every person, so I don't understand where that's coming from, and how it's like, I think another part is that as part of the atmosphere, like, you're facing off against super hard foes, or super legendary challenging foes, so having an easy mode would kind of belittle that. But it's like, again, it comes down to the difficulty comes down to each individual person. Some people will play Halo on normal and be like, woof, that was tough. Like, I've actually seen, because I've watched some Halo Let's Plays in the past, and some people will play Halo on normal and be like, man, that was really tough, and like, it's a really intense situation for them to barely escape. Where some people will play on normal and be like, wow, that was really easy and lame. So that, that's why difficulty options exist, is to account for different people. Some people prefer to just go in for the story and they play on easy. Some people are less interested in the story and they prefer the challenge and they go in for the hard mode. Some people prefer a middle of the road experience where they can kind of get a little bit of both at once, and they go for the medium. It's different for every person. So I will never, for as long as I'm on this planet, I will never be able to wrap my head around. Because, like, for some things it's like, okay, I understand why you might like this, I understand why you might prefer this, da-da-da-da. No, I will never, for as long as, did that thing go behind, I don't know what happened to that red shell. It looked like I threw it behind me, but I was definitely holding forward on the control stick, I don't know. For as long as I'm on this planet, I will never, ever understand why some people are just, oh, Jesus Christ, okay, I narrowly avoided 2 bananas, but the Bowser placed them very well so that I basically could not have avoided the third one, no matter how hard I tried, and I tried to skip out on the corner there, but I didn't go to. I should have just waited for the grass patch right here. I was a bit hesitant. I was a bit of a trigger finger on my mushroom there. Okay, so we're a bit behind schedule. We gotta focus hardcore on getting ahead here. This is probably the most intense. Oh dear God. Okay, get up. Jesus Christ. Okay, just boost. Save me, boost. Save me, boost. Oh, I missed one of the boosts. This is gonna be close. Oh God, okay, this is not gonna end well. This is not gonna end well. I need a mushroom here, okay, that works. Take that. All right, green shells, you're gonna have to protect me here. Protect me, green shells. It's coming down to the last wire here. This is gonna be close. We got a train of people on our back. Okay, here we go. No, don't hit the wall. We didn't hit the wall. We're good. We're fine. We are fine. Okay, no one's taking the shortcut. We're good. We're fine. There is a shortcut to the right there that I haven't taken yet. Drift around the corner. Brake. Don't hit the thing. Throw them behind me just for good measure. And the coin. And oh, that was close. That was very, very close. That was probably the most intense race we've had so far. Yeah, now that we're in 150cc, it's going to come down to the wire a lot more often than it did in previous CCs. I'm still going to aim for triple star ranking, but I make no promises that I'll actually be able to secure triple star ranking moving forward. Okay, that was intense. Let's give you the results. Now we've unlocked something. You collected 950 coins, and so a new vehicle customization option has been unlocked. We'll see what that is next episode. But for now, that will be it for this video. So, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time, and I hope to catch you all tomorrow for some more Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Goodbye.